Hello, everyone. Welcome into Yelling from the Couch. I'm Brent Humphreys, joined by my co-host Gordon Chatterton and Gage Bertovich, and we are officially in the off season. We are well into it. It's been almost 2 weeks, and it feels like 6 months. Guys, how we doing so far with the off season so far? How's it going?
It's insane how fast time flies. Like, this was just what happened? I don't get it.
Well, I got some interesting news I read, one little tidbits. Yo Bitchia has stepped down as special teams coordinator of the Green Bay Packers.
I saw that yesterday, and I thought, or one day this week, and I thought, boy, Gordon's got to be excited about that. He just mentioned him last week on the podcast.
I
And for
didn't
what, the
even
past few
see
weeks,
that. Yeah, I didn't even see that, so that's news to me. Wow.
one of my favorite reels on Facebook talks about all the time that Annie Agar, she had a picture of her doing a cheer like whenever Michael Parsons got a sack when they won the game. Same picture, but it said Rick Bisaccia stepped down as special teams coordinator. He was like throwing her hands up and was screaming. I was like, I agree. I, I feel that.
Now, big news there for Packers fans as they celebrate special teams
Yeah.
coach gone.
Yeah, like I said, it wasn't all him. It was some of the team construction, but some of the dumbass stuff they did, that was all coach. So that was all him. Like that one game when they kept kicking to the 5 yard line, but they was lining up 10 yards deep in the fun zone every time. Not once did they say, well, up to the 5 and see if they'll kick it over our head. No, let's not do that. Let's constantly let it fuck bounce and loose and start off on the fuck 8 or 9 every time. Tards. Okay, I'm done.
So the other big, a pretty big news here. We got some NFL news here. We got some Major League Baseball. We got all kinds of stuff here for you. And the first one we're going to talk about here is the Dolphins released the cheetah, Tyreek Hill. He is now a free agent, free to go wherever he likes. Guys, Gage, what do you think about Tyreek Hill being on the market again? 32 years old, just coming off of ACL. Is he still the cheetah?
Green Bay Packers.
Yeah, I was surprised. I mean, this is gonna be the first time in Tyreek's career that he's a free agent. He has the choice to go anywhere I think someone wants him to go to the Packers. I'm not
Sounds
too
like
sure. There's like a voice in my head telling me. I'm not exactly sure what it is, but
get that feeling.
I'm actually looking at the Dolphins transaction on their website right now. They released Tyreek Hill because of a failed visit, which is interesting to note. I don't think that was said right.
Mm.
They also released former Steelers offensive lineman James Daniels and the guy who was a touchdown machine in Tennessee. Didn't do much else, but a touchdown machine, Nick Westbrook-Ikitha. They cleared up about, I think they have 66 million or something like that going into this free agency. Some pretty big moves in Miami. What do they do at receiver now? Do they go and get another true number one from another trade? Pair him up with Jalen Waddle? Do you draft someone? Or you're like, yeah, Jalen and whoever else, you guys are good to go. Like, I'm not really too sure, but I would love to see Tyreek come to the Steel City. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
What do they do at quarterback? Do they still stay with Quinn Ewers? Because they benched Tua at the end of the season. Do you try to get somebody else as a quarterback there? They're completely in rebuild mode. Seems like in Miami.
Zach Wilson.
Quinn Ewers.
Zach Wilson. That's got to excite Miami fans all over the world hearing that.
Well, another former Jets quarterback just won the Super Bowl.
Yeah, but I don't think Zach Wilson is a Sam Darnold. I don't see it with him. Never did,
Started
even
out
when
the
he
same.
was. But I didn't see him that way at BYU either. He was not that great at BYU. Sam Darnold at least had a little something when he was at USC.
To be fair, no one
Point
saw
made.
Sam Darnold being Sam Darnold.
Point made. I thought it was Justin Jefferson last year when he was in Minnesota. That would make a lot of people look like a good quarterback. So I thought it was mainly Justin Jefferson.
Well,
Maybe that just gave him the confidence.
JS is
Yeah,
not a bad wide
JSN.
receiver. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I was going to say. Not a bad wide receiver to go to this year, JSN. And that
No.
defense also didn't hurt having for him.
No, but also at the same point, like on that note, JSN was only JSN because of the guy throwing. You go over to Minnesota, Justin Jefferson barely had 1,000 yards, and everyone, before the season was like, Jettas is, top 2 receiver in the NFL, and then this year really fell off. But why is that? Because of the quarterback. They had 6 or 7 different quarterbacks up in there, and it didn't turn out to be that good of a season.
No, so where do y'all think Tyreek Hill ends up?
To be honest with you, I think he's going back to barbecue sauce. They restructured Patrick Mahomes' deal,
Yep,
freed up a
and
lot of cap space.
stepping on my next topic there. But yeah, I can see
Watch
that.
your toes next time.
Yeah.
I see that. I could see that happening. I could see him going back to Kansas City. Mahomes, Kansas City, they restructure a deal to create cap space, a lot of cap space. Like a lot of his money is now signing bonus, which doesn't count against the cap. So it frees up some space. Travis Kelsey may be on the move, according to some folks. So
Wherever Taylor Swift wants him to go.
Yeah. Somewhere warm.
Philadelphia. Anyways,
Okay,
but yeah.
so like, hear me out on this. A signing bonus does not count towards the cap. So why wouldn't people want to make an ultimate team and just have contracts be like, yeah, you get a $13 million signing bonus and only 1 million again.
Got no idea. That's what I would do. Like, why wouldn't you do that? Like like Burrow and them, take a signing bonus and we'll free up some cap space.
Yeah, and it's like you can pitch that to the players. Look, we're gonna use all this money here, make it signing bonuses, and sign 11 awesome free agents and build a mega team. We're gonna be the Dodgers of the NFL.
Yeah, why not? I don't know
Yeah.
why people would. Maybe Kansas City's going to go for that now.
Yeah, I mean, I could absolutely see Tyreek going back to Kansas City, but part of me wonders, like, whatever team he goes to, Kansas City, Green Bay, Pittsburgh, Philly, wherever, what's the contract going to be? Is it going to be like a 1 year prove it deal to make sure you're fully recovered from your injury, or is it going to be a 2 to 3 year deal that, hey, we know you're Tyreek Hill, we know what you can do, but can he also pass a physical? Is the other question.
Look, Tyreek's been, had some injuries the past few years in Miami, and he's not really been the cheetah that we all know and love there for a while. So I think you would have to bring him in on a 1 year prove it deal just to see if he still got it. Because he's 32 years old. He's getting, he's not getting any younger. And with all those injuries, got to bring him in, see if he can prove it. I think that somebody's going to give him a 1 year deal, but it's probably going to be costly to him for that 1 year.
Yeah, I mean,
We'll show you the money.
Yeah.
Sherry McGuire.
Yeah. It's gonna be interesting to see where I could see him going somewhere, maybe like just throwing a team out here, Vegas Raiders, who got probably bringing in a Fernando Mendoza at quarterback. You give him Tyreek Hill as his #1 receiver, and God only knows what the rest of that receiving core looks like. But Mendoza's got a decent arm. You know he could throw that downfield, and you know that's Tyreek's special. So that seems like kind of
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see where he ends up. I think somebody's wanting to see him go to Green Bay. I'm not sure. I think I may have heard that once here, but hey, we'll see how.
There's someone else that's been handed around to go to Green Bay. If that's the case, I wouldn't be disappointed if Tyreek Hill doesn't.
Who's that?
I don't know. What's your next topic?
Well, all right. Well, all right. So I'll just go ahead. The only other wide receiver topic I've got on here, Mike Evans will return and become a free agent. Are we there or no?
No, that's not it. It's cornerback. Never mind.
Okay.
he's talking about Bo Miller.
No, I'm talking about Greg Newsome Jr. Or the second. I'm sorry, not Junior. Jacksonville is reportedly thinking about making him a free agent.
Go right ahead.
We could definitely use that man in Green Bay. He could walk on as a starter, and he already has no competition whatsoever on that. I don't know. Valentine did a pretty good job last year without Micah Parsons. Not outstanding, not superstar, but he did okay. He had some bad games, but he had a lot of good games. He had good plays too.
I like Carrington Valentine, the Kentucky connection and everything. But I mean, you're going to need somebody else over there in that second.
If you compare him to the other two, he was actually pretty good on that team.
If you compare him to the other two, he was Darrell Revis in his prime.
You're damn right. Now, whenever we had Micah Parsons, Keyshawn Nixon was good. I think he had the most pass breakups in the first 6-7 weeks. He had one game, he had 5. One game, he had 5 pass breakups in a game. That's some insane stuff. But when Parsons left, he had the most go balls thrown on him that was completed in the NFL. So, but Carrington Valentine, compared to the other two, he was a shining star in that backfield.
So, Greg Newsome may be going to Green Bay, you're thinking? I mean, he just got traded to Jacksonville was it Tyson Campbell?
It was like that and a pick swap. And Tyson Campbell, I think,
There's a report about him becoming a free agent, whether they release him or his contract was over and he's not re-signing with them. something like that. Of course, that can all change. The dollars changes everything.
And speaking of a player who's never been a free agent, Mike Evans coming back for his 13th season. He'll become a free agent. I mean, is there anything left for Mike Evans? Does he have anything left in the
Red
tank?
zone target. That's just about it.
Green
I'll
Bay?
take him. I'll take him Green Bay as a red zone target.
Yeah, why not?
Release Wicks and Dobbs and sign Tyreek Hill and Mike Evans.
Hey, no disrespect here to big hat dudes. Come on.
No disrespect, but in his prime, he's not as good as Tyreek Hill.
No.
Nope. There's not a lot of people that are as good as Tyreek Hill in their prime.
No, I'm talking about in Dubes' prime. He's not as good as Tyreek Hill now.
Did Dubes have a?
He's in it right now, guys.
I think he's in it. Wicks would be okay if he'd quit dropping the ball.
Yeah,
If
that's
he didn't
usually
drop-
part of playing receiver.
Yeah.
If he didn't
Usually
drop the
helps.
ball, he'd have had 50 more catches last year. No, not
Lot-
last year, the year before.
A lot of drops. It'd be interesting to see where Mike Evans ends up. It's gonna be hard. It's gonna be different to see him in a different uniform than Tampa Bay, but it's probably gonna happen. So we'll see. how
Baker's
it
going
goes.
to be crying because that was Baker's favorite target.
It was.
He ain't going to be cooking anything this year.
And now we go to something, not on the field, but kind of off the field. Indiana, the state of Indiana, unanimously passes a bill to try to get the Bears in the state of Indiana, the city of Hammond, Indiana. Guys, what do you think about the Bears maybe leaving Chicago and going to Indiana?
The Indiana Bears.
Indiana Bears.
Maybe they'll finally get a quarterback that can pass for 4,000.
Does Indiana hate the Colts that much?
Yeah,
They have to go get the Bears.
yeah, like they've already got a pro football team there, and like, you know what?
Revenue.
We need to have the Bears.
Revenue. It's all about
Well,
revenue.
Well, and then you would have to think that are the Colts going to have to change their name to something else because
Well, they're
if
Indianapolis,
Bears-
so.
Oh, that's true. That's true. But I don't know. I kind of like the Hammond Bears a little bit.
Hammond.
The Muncie and be the Muncie Bears.
When they were talking, they were going to go to Gary at first, and they would have been the Gary Bears. Old Gary Bear over here. How about that one?
Yeah, I don't
Think-
think that's a.
We can paint Care Bears on the side of their helmet. The Care Bears.
Look, I don't know about you guys, but I hope they don't leave Chicago because that's one of the oldest NFL original teams,
It's one of the original 8.
Yeah, I think you've got to protect that and keep them there. So, Illinois, what are you doing? Keep them in Chicago.
Unless, like, I want Chicago to stay there. Could an expansion team possibly go into Indiana instead of the Bears?
Now, is that crazy that Indiana, of all freaking states, would have 2 professional football teams in the NFL? Like,
There are some states out there with none. How about we share the love a little bit?
yeah. I also was trying to get the Bears as well, I seen, but I don't know how well that's going to go. That's even further away from Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know if we can have.
Ohio can have 3 teams.
I don't know if we can have the Bears and the Cornhuskers in the same state. Not really too sure.
Cornhuskers are Nebraska, so
What the hell is Iowa?
Hawkeyes.
Hawkeyes and the Cyclones.
You should know they got the same exact jerseys as the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Almost exactly.
Yeah.
Except for
Can
their
you
helmet.
tell-
Their helmet looks like a weird shit, but anyways.
Yeah, some strange bird.
Can you tell I don't pay attention to college that much? That is why I'm not on the college show.
It's all good, but I think we can all agree that Chicago's got to find a way to keep the Bears in Chicago. I mean, that's like you got to keep the Bears there. You got to keep the Packers in Green Bay, Pittsburgh, the Steelers. I mean, these are the original ones.
The Eagles in Philadelphia.
Yeah, you got
Cowboys
to.
in Dallas.
Yeah, the Lions in Detroit.
There's already one original 8 team. There's 2 of them that's already moved, but they moved back in the Chicago Cardinals and the Portsmouth Spartans.
Spartans. Who did they become?
Detroit Lions.
So Detroit wasn't even the original. Okay, gotcha.
Whoa.
Little
They
knowledge
was-
here.
They was an original 8, but they wasn't in Detroit at the time.
Gotcha. Well, yeah. So yeah, interesting. But you just got to keep teams like that happened in the 40s when they moved. We've got
Yeah.
attached to them 100 years later, so you got to
yeah.
keep them there.
As I said, even the Cardinals was in Chicago in the beginning.
And boys, if you're all interested, we can all put our money in together and we can buy the Super Bowl champion Seattle Seahawks. They are up for sale. Fellas, what do you think?
How much are they up for sale?
If
Did
it's
not
any more
see.
than 3 plug nickels, I don't want them.
It is probably, I don't know. There's probably like
Probably 4
9
billion.
zero- Yeah. There's some
But if
in
it's
there.
worth more than 3 plug nickels, I don't want them. I'm out.
So So according to Google AI, take it for how you will. With the team entering the sale process, first anticipate a final sale price could it's actually kind of cheap. I think we could afford it, guys. A 7 and 11 billion.
Whoo, 7 and 11 billion. Hey, look, if you're Seattle's owners, is it not a better time to sell right now after you've
Oh
won
yeah,
the Super Bowl?
yeah. You just won a bowl. Let's get out of here. Let's get our money, and Mark Cuban can take over.
Why not?
Well, he
Perfect
can't
time.
buy the Cowboys in Dallas, so
Maybe the Dodgers will go and buy them too.
Why not just take the whole West Coast over there? Why not? So, speaking of,
49
so if we're going to go and buy the Seahawks, like yelling from the couch, yelling from the couch stadium in Seattle and all this, Gage, what are we going to have to do? Right, we're going to have a live stream or something, right?
Yeah, we're gonna have to raise a lot of money, I would say. Kind of like what Packers super fan Tom Grossi is doing right now, currently as we record. He's probably be going for a little bit more. He's doing a live YouTube stream raising $1 million for charity. It's the second year in a row he's done this. I'm actually kind of pull it up right now just so I could try to calculate. But the charity is Undue Medical Debt, which is basically they buy up portfolios of medical debt for pennies on the dollar. So like $10,000 of medical debt for one person, they could buy it up for $8,000, and that medical debt's gone. Everyone's happy, and it's just another way to help people in need when the U.S. healthcare system is not good.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's another way to put it.
yeah.
Yeah, but if we did a GoFundMe to buy the Seahawks, there's a lot of people be leaving messages. There would be a more raunchier way of saying go fund yourself.
Hey,
Well,
it'd be worth a shot.
Well, I also think that if we did a continuous live stream, but to try to raise that amount of money, we might have to quit our job.
It'll be all right. We'll own the Seahawks after 45 years.
Yeah. But looking at it, he has two ways to donate. One is on YouTube itself. YouTube is not taking any processing fees, so it's going straight to the charity. And there's $275,843 on that part. And then I believe for anyone who wants to do it, but mainly for like out of country people, there's a secondary link to donate to because YouTube is kind of weird when it comes to that stuff. And that one has $227,680.40 for a
Good.
grand total. Yeah. For a grand total of $503,523.40. Halfway there, and the stream started on Sunday.
Nice.
So gonna be going for a while. He does have incentives in the description of his chat. Looks like the $500,000 one is a live insanity workout. Not too sure what that is, but I'm all for it. 600,000 is a 1 hour darkness retreat slash blindfolded drawings. And during that, it was for every 25,000 raised during the darkness retreat, it will be extended by 30 minutes. At 750K, he is doing live auctions of certain items. I know one of the items is like a Jordan Love signed jersey. It's like breast cancer, all pink and stuff like that.
There you go, Gordon.
Yeah. So Gordon, if you spend $20,000 on that, be my guest. And then at
Comparable, yeah.
$900,000, it is no sleep until you hit the.
Well, it's all for a good cause and everything. So hopefully he gets his goal. And
Yeah, he did it last year, and I believe we talked
we
about
talked
it a little
about
bit
it.
last year too. Yeah.
We did. Yeah, we mentioned it on here in passing.
Yeah, I forget what the charity's name was. It was Patriots, Fallen Soldiers, something along those lines. It was to help veterans. I do. I forget the name.
Normally, my charity of choice is Shriners.
Yeah, I mean any charity
For
is.
children.
Yeah.
I was a
right.
patient.
Any charity is a good one to donate to, as long as it's a legit one, of course. Don't be donating to the local street guy on the corner saying charity. Probably not.
And while we get out of the charity talk into the next one, there's no better segue. But Gage, what are you sitting there drinking? You got something in your hand there.
Yeah, a little bit of Dubby we got going on. I believe we got the blue raz flavor in here tonight. Almost through that container. I said this, I think, 2 weeks ago. 30 servings is what they say. Try closer to 45 to 50 because I've had this. This was the very first container I bought, and I'm on the third. So it lasts you a while. Good pick me up. It is my second one of the day here. I usually take them to work just so I can get something going for me in the morning because I'm not a morning person at all. Doesn't give me the shakes, doesn't give me the jitters, doesn't make my heart go beating a million miles an hour like other ones have that I've tried. And it's just a good start to my day. And then, in certain cases, a good end to my day.
Yeah, and it tastes good too. It's like
Oh,
no
heck yeah.
aftertaste or anything. It's really good stuff. Blue Raz is my favorite that I've had so far, but the Grandpa's Denture Water still pretty good. I want to try the orange Flintstone push pop
Yeah.
one that they've got.
Yeah.
I really want to try that one. But if you guys want to try it, you go to w.gg, use our promo code yelling. It'll save you 10% at checkout. BW, be better.
And if you do buy Dubby, you get sent some promotional emails with different things going on.
Yeah.
At the end of last week, they had a BOGO going on. It was a 2-day thing, buy one get one free. That turns probably, I don't know exactly how much, $80 value right in half to a $40 value, and you get 90, 100 servings of an energy. You can't go wrong with it.
And they have flash sales going on. Like I seen a flash sale, maybe even tonight, 40% off flash sale.
Yeah.
So even if you're not using our promo code, you can go there and use that. But it'd be cool if you use a promo code. That'd be awesome. But
Yeah, we'd appreciate
try
it.
that. Really appreciate it. So guys, I don't have a whole lot more NFL, but I've got a few more. But let's get to the one more NFL one I've got. And I'm only going to mention this one time on this podcast. I don't want to talk about this one anymore in this offseason because we spent way too much time on it last year in this offseason. And it is, will the Bengals tag Trey Hendrickson? This is the question going on right now. The Bengals could tag him for $30 million, or they can not tag him, let him go, or we could tag him, we could start drama again, we could tag and trade, or we could just let him go. But I'm not going to spend any more time on this subject because we talked about it all last season. He got hurt. He set out the rest of the season. Whether he was actually really hurt or whether he just didn't want to play, that's a different story. But guys, what do you think about Trey Hendrickson? He's the number one free agent pass rusher on the market. If you're the Bengals, that sounds like something maybe you want to bring in for a season. But why would you?
Yeah, why would you want to do that? I don't get it.
No, I wouldn't tag him because if he gets upset, he'll do what he did last year. Play 7, 8 games, play hurt. He counts for the season. He sits out. Then after that, you can only did they tag him last year? Because they can only tag you twice. Then they got to sign you. So they can sit out. Then he can force him to give him a contract that pays that every year, $30 million a year. Or what?
And he's getting paid $30 million for one season, which you could use on other positions on the defense that you desperately need.
So are you saying you don't want them to bring back Hendrickson?
I don't want the drama that we had last year with Trey Hendrickson.
Well, if it's going to cost $30 million a year, I'd tell him go try to get some other team that's going to pay you $30 million a year.
I've said this since last year. I said this on the podcast several times. You have a meeting with Trey Hendrickson. You offer him a 3-year deal for what he's wanting. If he accepts or he declines. If he declines, whatever, you did what you could. He accepts, you take that deal. He's 34 by the end of that deal. At the end of that deal, you let it be known when he signs it. There will not be another offer after this. We've went through this too much already. We're done after this. One way or another. You accept, you stay here for 3 years and it's over, or you decline and you walk right now. Either way, whatever. It's all in his hands at that point in time.
Now, how upset would you be if reporter from Bleacher Report, Alex K, his prediction comes right and he signs a 2-year, $40 million deal in free agency with the Baltimore Ravens?
Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy with that. Not at all. I seen that earlier too. I would not like that at all. Dude, I would hate that.
Honestly, though, when you look at it from Baltimore's side, it would make perfect sense. They only had 30. They only had 30 sacks as a team.
And
54 the season before.
And you're getting him for $40 million.
Yeah.
Which is $20 million, cheaper for 2 years.
And the only person with a high salary cap on that team, I think, is Lamar. Unless I'm missing someone else. It could be wrong.
Derrick Henry.
Yeah, pretty good cap.
Does he have a good cap? I couldn't remember what his contract.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's we're not talking any more Trey Hendrickson this offseason. This is the only time right now. So, guys, if you want to talk Trey Hendrickson, speak up now or hold your peace until the season starts.
So if he signs somewhere, we can't talk about it?
Yeah, we'll bring it up, but I mean, we're not going to go back, because Mike Brown is going to, mess around long enough and drag this out just like he did last season. And then we're going to be in the same boat, and we're not doing it this year. And if he signs somewhere else, we'll talk about it. If he gets released, we'll talk about it. But as far as the negotiation process, we're not negotiating on this. We don't negotiate with terrorists on this show. I'll tell you that much right now.
No comment.
All right, I'm done talking about them.
All right. So, do you all have any more NFL topics you want to bring up before I hit the other stuff here?
Well, we could talk about positions and maybe players that we'd like our teams to draft. Our teams, just our teams, not the best players in the draft.
Yeah, go for it.
I think I've talked about nauseum about this throughout the season, all the times I've been on this podcast.
Quarterback.
Offensive linemen and cornerbacks. We need corners. I'm sorry, but if the best corner on your team is Keyshawn Nixon, which I'm not saying he's horrible, but he got smoked a lot, I think we need corners. And I wrote down a few in the draft. We don't have I didn't pick the top ones because we're not getting those. Our first pick's in the second round. Forget it. We're not getting them. I got Keontae Scott from Miami. He had that pick 6 in the playoffs. I've got Davison Igbinosun. I can't remember what team he went to. I think he went to Ohio State. He improved a lot last year. He was the most penalized player his junior year, and I think he only had like 8, 9 penalties his senior year, and he had 8 or 9 per game his junior year. So, I mean, huge improvement. And Andre Fuller, and he went to Toledo. The only reason why I picked him through the list is because of his last name. I'm thinking he's one of the Fuller offsprings that was where all the brothers was in the NFL. So he's got to be pretty good. As far as my corners, anyone got any opinions on that? Or who would you like?
I mean, I think you're 100% right when it comes to the Packers. Corner is like the need of
the
this
number
team.
one need, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, a little bit else around the defense, but if you're going to add, corner's got to be your.
Maybe kicker, too.
Well,
Yeah.
kicker is a given. I'm not writing down kickers. Even the good kickers go to the NFL with Green Bay and they suck.
There is a free agent kicker, though, that Green Bay could use. From Baltimore, Justin Tucker. Sorry, I meant Justin Tugger.
Yeah, if I was Green Bay, I would probably stay away from that one.
Hey, you want a kicker that kicks, right? Good.
We need a kicker, not an underwear sniffer.
Maybe Cleveland will sign him. I mean, they take those type of players.
I say they seem to like that, so never know.
Well, Gage, what about
if he said I did it in a massage parlor, they'd probably sign him to a deal with guaranteed contract.
That's where I was going to go with that one.
They signed him to the Deshaun Watson deal.
He might buy some stake into the Patriots and go join his boy Robert Kraft up there.
Yeah, he likes some parlors. Hey, Gage, so what about your team? Team needs that you like? Would you like to see? Who you'd like to see get in the draft or free agency or whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, kind of like Gordon, how his was a given. Mine's kind of a given too. I've also talked about it throughout the entire season, and it's the atrocious wide receiver room in Pittsburgh. Outside of DK Metcalf, Adam Thielen, retired. MVS, free agent. Calvin Austin, free agent. So you got Scotty Miller, I think is a free agent. I think Skoronski is a free agent. You got DK and you got Roman Wilson. Now, with the way that Roman Wilson appeared to be in the doghouse for whatever reason last season, I don't understand it. The guy didn't do bad when he was actually given playing time. But if you're going to go and draft a guy, there's a couple people I would like. First of all, if you get one in free agency, go and get a Mike Evans, a Tyreek Hill. Mike Evans, I don't think is going to take that much of a contract. I think it's going to be kind of like a Randy Moss. His last season in the NFL was $2.75 million or something stupid like that. So it could be like a $6, $7, $8 million deal for 1 year, and maybe a second year added on to that. I don't really know, but there's a couple guys in the draft. Obviously, Carnell Tate's the number one, but you're not going to get it. Pittsburgh, I think, has the number 21 draft pick. So unless they trade up, that's the thing I've been saying recently is Pittsburgh's gonna trade up in the draft. It's in Pittsburgh, and I think that would just get the entire home crowd electric as long as they make a good choice, being a wide receiver. But if you're looking at other guys that aren't, Carnell Tate, Mekhi Lemon out of USC, Jordan Tyson, Arizona State. And there was, what was his name? AC Conception, Texas A&M,
Yeah.
Denzel Boston from Washington. There's guys out there in this draft. Some of them may not put up great numbers in college. Concepcion, not good numbers in college. I don't think he had a single 1,000-yard season. Yet he's still looked at as potential top 5, top 7 wide receiver in the class. The kid's good. He just needs actual on field with a good offensive system. Not say that Pittsburgh has a good offensive system at all. We don't even know who the quarterback is. But I think any wide receiver help is going to be where they go to.
Some of the rumors, though, for quarterback, I do like the latest one I seen, and I'm hoping for you that's what it is.
Yeah, middle fingers to you because I know where you're going.
Kyler Murray in the black and yellow. Let's go.
Let's. Now,
Huh.
I know people have joked, oh, he can't even see over his offensive line. I don't think he can. How does he see over these guys? I mean, if he does go to Pittsburgh, right? He's going to be playing behind Mason McCormick, Troy Fontano, maybe Broderick Jones, Isaac Seumalo is a free agent, but I'm hoping he comes back. These guys are like 6'4", 6'5",
6'7" in Jones's case, right?
6'7" in Jones's case. Darnell Washington's going to be in there, and that guy's like 7'4". Oh, he's got to be able to see over the line. And I don't know how he did it in Arizona.
I don't either, but hey, fingers crossed for you there. So my team needs that I'm looking for, it's obviously on the defensive side of the ball. Of course, maybe another lineman on the offensive side, but the latest mock draft predictions that they had for the Bengals that I've seen, and I like both of them. Caleb Downs at safety and Jacob Rodriguez in the second round at linebacker. Like that would be just, if you got both of those guys right there. I don't know if Rodriguez will make it that far down in the draft, but that's what they had at the latest mocks. And I am like, I'll take that right now. So let's just go ahead. Give me that mock draft right now. I would love to have both of those guys back there on the defensive side of the ball.
I got a feeling Pittsburgh's going to end up taking Arvell Reese.
Who?
Do you think he'll go down that far?
Weirder things have happened.
I don't know if he'll make it
We
down that
saw
far.
that last year.
He's projected top 10.
Aaron Rodgers was projected to go number 1 and fell all the way to 24.
Yeah,
We've seen
Really?
numbers. How?
we have. But
I know I yelled who when you said that. But looking at this guy, I wouldn't mind Pittsburgh taking him.
he's a beast.
And then Shedeur Sanders. No, I don't think he was a first overall pick, but he wasn't a 5th round quarterback. He should have been drafted no later than the early 2nd. And he slid all the way to 5th.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
Like I said, we've seen some dumb stuff in the draft.
we have.
yeah.
But we'll see how it goes. But that's what I'm thinking for the Bengals. I hope that's who they end up with. Those two guys,
Like
I'm good with it.
all of us would be happy with offensive linemen.
yes.
Yeah, oh yeah, I would be happy with offensive lineman for sure. Maybe Wyatt Teller, who's not coming back to Cleveland, will come down south to the Bengals. I'll take him.
I mean, Pittsburgh normally did have decent line, but they need some youth because some of their all linemen are a little long in the tooth.
I mean, they have, excuse me, they got some youth in there. Your center is Zach Frazier out of West Virginia. I think this will be his 3rd year in the league. I could be wrong. Broderick Jones is still young. Faltano's still young. Your oldest guy on that line is Isaac Seumalo, and he's a free agent, like I said. I think he's 31, but he was one of the better linemen in the league last year. Only allowed 3 sacks. He had no penalties. So I know I've complained a lot about the line play in Pittsburgh, but I think this cohesion of the line is actually getting better. Now, if you could replace Broderick Jones or something like that, I'd be happy with that. But if you put him back at his normal position, I don't know. I think the lines need. I don't think it's great, but I think it's top half.
I need a lot. My team needs.
My team needs a lot on defense.
Well, like one of the rookies that I would love for Pittsburgh to draft, and it could be because it's a Pitt guy, but you would talk about the Ohio State linebacker. Come over to Pitt. Look at Kyle Lewis, 5'11", 224, 22 years old. March. Actually, his birthday's coming up next month. He played 1,683 snaps, 25.5 tackles for loss, 10 sacks, 6 interceptions, 6 pass breakups, 2 forced fumbles. And he's a guy that, if you looked at the Panthers' defense, they weren't good this year at all. They had a lot of spots that they needed to get better at. But the one guy you always heard of, at least on defense, is Kyle Lewis. Always in there trying to make a play. No hesitation, not really just lollygagging around his play. He was all over the field, and if Pitt brought him in, I know Pitt products have not worked out for us recently, but I got a feeling about this.
Well, we'll see how we're gonna have plenty of weeks here to talk before we get to the combine, the draft. Combine's next week, I think it is. It starts in Indy. So then we'll have a few more months to the draft. And free agency starts in a couple of weeks, so we'll have plenty of that to talk about. But let's switch gears a little bit here and let's go to the season that's about to start. Spring training and stuff starts tomorrow, and some news out of Major League Baseball today. Mountain Dew Baja Blast is now the official soft drink of Major League Baseball. When I first heard this news, guys, I thought that is disgusting. I do not like Mountain Dew Baja Blast. You might as well put piss water in there and serve it up because it tastes just like that. Not a fan of it, guys. What do you think? Gage, obviously you look like you might be a fan of this.
But these are some fighting words. Wow.
Ready to throw down right now.
I think Baja Blast is the best Mountain Dew.
No.
Thank you, Gordon. Thank you, Gordon. Appreciate that.
All right. Well, I don't know how y'all do it down there in the southern states, but up here, if I need a drink, I'm not going to go to Wendy's. I'm not going to go to McDonald's. Because I pass a Taco Bell every day coming home. And there's nothing better than an ice cold Taco Bell Baja Blast.
Except for Dubby.
Except for Dubby, of course.
Yeah.
But
yeah. Soft drink.
Dubby,
I got you.
Yes, soft drink. I'm just looking for a soda, not an energy drink, something like that. But there is a difference between a bottled Baja Blast, a canned Baja Blast, and a Taco Bell Baja Blast. Now, I think you could say that for just about anything. McDonald's Coca-Cola, much different than the Coca-Cola you get in a bottle. McDonald's Sprite, super freaking spicy, and it's much different than what you get from a can or a bottle. Some fast food kind of has the monopoly on good stuff, but Baja Blast, you take the cake for me when it comes to Mountain Dew.
The best Mountain Dew is Livewire.
Yes, Gordon. We're on the same wavelength here. Does
Don't
anybody
Oh my God.
does anybody like Code Red here before we get started?
I do.
Before we-
I like
All right.
Code Red and
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we're back off the same wavelength here, Gordon. I hate Code Red, but Livewire, I'm with you, is the best Mountain Dew.
that is the best, and it ain't even close.
No, it's not.
If-
It's like right above Code Red.
If we're being completely honest here, the only Mountain Dew I don't like is Diet Mountain. I'll drink any flavor.
Voodoo.
But Voodoo's good. I love me a Voodoo Mountain.
I love Voodoo. I was disappointed they didn't bring Voodoo out last year.
Yeah, I completely forgot about Voodoo.
I thought you said dude.
No. That's Mountain Dew Baja Blast.
They even
No.
have like a red, white, and blue Mountain Dew. I forget
Yeah,
what it was.
that was good too. Voodoo, Gordon. It had the Grim Reaper on the front of it.
I remember it, but
Yeah,
when you first said it, I thought you said doo-doo. I thought,
No.
are you calling
No.
it trap?
No, it's like the Godsmack song. Voodoo, voodoo. Yeah, all right. So, yeah, the Mountain Dew. Now, I want to skip around here a little bit. We're going to get off baseball for a second because there's some other things here. And what about Mike Tyson and Floyd Mayweather are going to have a boxing match? What is this? Did you guys see
What?
this?
No.
Unless I was duped by AI, which could be possible.
You're
Well,
huh?
that would be Mike
That's
Tyson connect twice, but if he connected twice, Floyd Mayweather would be taking a nighty night. He'd be going night time.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Mike Tyson is last time he fought against Jake Paul. Both these guys fought Jake Paul, right? No, Floyd Mayweather fought Logan Paul.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just a money grab, I think, here. I don't think it's going to be an actual fight.
Yeah, he was paid more not to actually boxing.
Yeah, I think this is going to kind of be the same way, too. But, hey, we'll see how that goes.
Okay. Since we're on the Pauls,
Hold on. I got another Paul category coming up. So,
okay.
yeah. But before we get to that, we're going to stay in the fighting world. Ronda Rousey to face Gina Carano on Netflix. Guys, Ronda Rousey back in the octagon. What do you
Do
guys
you think she's in fighting shape?
It's got to be. What else has she been doing?
Yeah, she hasn't been on WWE.
No, but there's difference between being in shape and being in fighting shape.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
mean, she ain't done it in a while. There's got to be some rust.
What's it been? 10 years since she's been in a. It's been a while.
When she lost that match and then she left for a while, Then she had a rematch, and then she hasn't been back since.
Holly Holm? Is that the last time she was
Yeah,
in
Holly Holmes beat her.
Yeah, that's what I thought. So, that'd be interesting.
I'm super excited to watch this. Can't wait. I've never seen Ronda Rousey fight besides
Oh, I
her.
did.
I've seen
Oh.
clips and highlights and stuff like that, but never Ronda Rousey's on. Let's sit down and watch.
I seen that one that was at 70-second tap out. Oh my God. She threw that girl down and got her in an arm bar, and it was like,
She had a 16-second tap out against somebody.
yeah.
I mean, it was craziness there. Ronda Rousey mania for a while, running wild back in the mid 2010s.
Oh yeah. It was great to watch.
Yeah. Now, guys, I kind of got a little segment here we're going to go, and it's WTF moments here that I want to talk about. Just a little quick hitters here. So we're talking boxing and MMA. Did you all see the boxer that loses his hairpiece mid-fight during a punch?
Yes, I did.
Anybody see that? How awesome!
I saw it on a highlight. It was great.
My gosh, he gets hit mid-punch, and his hairpiece flies up, and he takes it and throws it in the stands. He ended up winning that fight too, I believe.
Yeah, it reminded me of NASCAR when they go through that top bit that flaps up.
Have you seen it, Gage?
Watching it right now. Jarrell Miller says bad shampoo is to blame for his toupee getting punched off.
Shampoo, yeah. Bad shampoo knocked my toupee off.
Like, no, dude, you're bald. Just shave it off.
Yeah, just embrace it, you know.
Be proud of it.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't wear a hairpiece.
Be proud.
Yeah.
What are we doing, bro?
All right, now, so another WTF moment here. The Philadelphia Phillies reach an agreement with an 11-year-old Venezuelan shortstop, David Basabe, for $1.8 million bonus. Guys, what is up with this? Signing 11-year-olds to contracts?
We might as well just start signing them out of the womb.
Might as well at this point. What?
Oh, that kid's in T-ball. He's going to be a star. Have $500,000.
What are the odds we even hear of this guy in 10 years? Anybody want to take?
If he was any older, 1.8 wouldn't have got him.
Does the kid even have an agent? Like, how was this number obtained?
And if you're an agent, why are you hanging around an 11-year-old kid to begin with?
That too. Unless
strange behavior.
Maybe gonna butcher his last name, but Basabe has relations to other Venezuelan players that are currently in the MLB, distant cousins or something like that. And Wander Franco was like, "Hey, I need you to go represent this guy for me."
Yeah, that's the guy you want to be referencing right there, Wander Franco. Yeah. Hey, Scott Boras, go down here and represent this 11-year-old dude. Come on, bring him into the Phillies. He'll be great in 12 years.
Yeah. And Boris, you'll never see any of that money.
Bet I'm almost willing to make a bet we won't hear from this guy. He will not make it to the major leagues.
Or in 10 years, when we're still doing this podcast, of course, we're gonna come back and be like, hey, you know what? That name's kind of familiar.
Yeah. Like, man, he was traded to the Pirates for O'Neal Cruz and a couple of futures. Man, that was strange.
You think O'Neal Cruz will be in Pittsburgh in 10 years? Come on.
No, I'm saying like now. They're probably he's the player to be named later, 10 years.
Every time you see DTBNL, it's just some 12-year-old.
Stacking them up over there in Venezuela. The Mets are to have a Bobby Valentine disguise night this season in New York. Guys, what are your thoughts on the Mets having a Bobby Valentine disguise night this season coming up in Citi Field?
The name of the segment. The fuck?
Exactly.
I think whoever comes up with these ideas for fan nights or just like topics, themes for each home game, y'all deserve a raise, but also, are you bored? Because, like Gordo said,
so Bobby Valentine, it was a decent manager for the Mets, led them to the World Series. Not a great manager, didn't win the World Series. And 26 years later, you're going to celebrate him getting thrown out and coming back into disguise? Like, we're reaching here for some ideas, I believe, New York.
Hey, have a Dr. Frankenfurter Halloween night.
Yeah.
Have a bunch of men dressed up in drag and walk into the stadium.
I'm sure that's in June.
That would be a freaking highlight reel. Just watch them walk in heels.
So Yeah.
I do have a WTF moment for you, but I don't know if you have it on the topics here. Do you have
Mm-mm.
anything about a specific bobblehead?
I do not.
Okay, so the Tampa Bay Rays on August 15th versus the Orioles
Wander
are
Franco
going to give
bobblehead night? No way.
for kids 13 and younger. Anyways, um, they're going to give away a bobblehead of a local stingray in a good mood.
Local stingray in a good mood.
Yep, that's it. That's all there was. I don't know if it's the first 10,000, 20,000, kids only. Not too sure.
Wow.
I know if you go up to the aquarium and you try to take a picture in front of it, the stingrays will photobomb your picture every time. I did it with my boy, and they kept swimming up right behind him. And right as soon as I flashed it, they'd be right there. Looked like they was smiling in the picture.
What are you doing flashing the stingrays for, Gordo?
Thought they might like it. They smiled.
They enjoyed it, obviously. So another baseball one here. It's our last baseball one we've got on here on the WTF moments. And Nick Castellanos admits that when he was taken out of a game last year, he went down to the clubhouse, got a beer, came back out to the dugout, and was drinking during the game. Gordon, what are your thoughts on a player going and getting him a beverage, a cold beverage during the game?
He got kicked out, right?
Yeah,
Well, then fuck it. Who cares? It wasn't like he was going in.
exactly. I don't
He's
see
an
the big
adult.
deal.
Let him have a good ice cold adult beverage.
They used to smoke cigarettes in the dugout back in the 80s and 90s, in the 70s. What's it matter if he has a beer if he's not even playing, right,
They
Gage?
used to smoke on
Yeah.
NFL sidelines.
Yeah,
And if this is the real reason for the Phillies parting ways with Castellanos, why didn't you do it after?
exactly.
Yeah, Red.
He was.
He was.
Thought I
he
remembered
was
that
so
name.
many teams.
Tigers.
Just say Detroit. Was he ever a Yankee? Feels
No.
like a Yankee.
No, not yet. It's a Padre now.
And breaking news: Padres trade him to New York. No. Yeah, I mean, I don't understand the issue. So there's got to be more than just, oh yeah, he was drinking in the dugout.
I know what it is. They needed to make cap space for their 11-year-old Venezuelan shortstop. That's why they had to cut him.
And making his MLB debut at 12 years old.
Yeah, but
I don't have to bring him up.
yeah, I don't see an issue with it. Like, what's more of a distraction? A guy who's already out of the game drinking a beer, or a guy who's in the game reading a novel on the sidelines? Which is worse for Philadelphia fans right there, huh?
Or would you rather have a player who gets really mad, believe he gets tossed in the middle of the game, and just takes his frustrations out on the water cooler? Just bam, 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 bam. You didn't see him get cut.
No.
One of them might have got around and just take a leak on second base. I mean,
That sounds
That
like a
would be
Wander
fun.
Franco move. So the next, that's the most Wander Franco references we've had on this podcast, I believe.
I feel like this is the only time we've talked about
I think so.
podcast.
I think so too. Probably for good reason. So the next WTF moment we got here, Logan Paul's Pikachu Illustrator Pokemon cards sales for a record 16.5 million at an auction. Guys, what do you think about that? For a card?
he has more money than sense.
Exactly.
Yeah, I wouldn't know who paid for that. Who got that card? Because
No
if
idea.
Logan Paul could sell his Pokemon card graded, or granted, it is graded, but if you can sell that for 16.5 million, what's stopping me from selling this card that I just pulled the other day? Cam Scatabo rookie card, rookie patch in the rookie royalty set out of the Rookies and Stars box. Hey, give me 300 for it. That's all I have.
I think you're going to the wrong auction, sounds like. You know, 16.5 million at an auction for a Pokemon card. Like, granted, I don't know anything about Pokemon or nothing like that, but 16.5 million is absolutely insane for a card. Any kind of card, it's absolutely insane.
Or you want to see a really pretty card? Because I think this one's better look than the Pokemon card. It's Travis Hunter Blue Wave rookie that we got.
Yeah.
Send that, get it
Selling
graded, get it 10. We might, you know what? Starting bid, put it down in the YouTube comments. I think we'll start off at $1,500 ungraded, and if you want it graded, I'll go grade it. So $1,500 down in the comments, since we're just auctioning off stuff for ridiculous price.
Yeah, absolutely. So now let's go to the Olympics real quick. Oh, wait, hold on. Before we do that, Gordon, you had a mention about the Paul boys earlier. You could throw it in right here.
Okay, since we was talking about the Pauls and how much they suck. But anyways, there's a new masked man in WWE that attacked Logan Paul last Monday night. Any ideas of who it might be?
Bad Bunny.
No, he's got blonde facial hair in the front.
Bad Bunny.
There
WrestleMania
is
22.
there's one rumor that it's Jake Paul. He's lining,
That kind of a turnstile.
yeah, he's lining himself with Seth Rollins, and the other one is Grayson Waller.
That's yeah.
Probably Grayson Waller, and it's going to be like, oh, what a turd in a punch bowl, I think.
I wanted to bring that up because I hate Logan Paul. I think he's a dick.
If we're gonna be completely honest, I hate the Grayson Waller character, but I don't think he's that bad of a performer in the
Yeah, but if your character sucks, you don't really get a chance to show your athleticism.
But I think it's I mean, Logan Paul's character sucks, and he shows off his athleticism all the time.
Well, he had a name before he got in there, and for some reason, they think that matters.
And I don't think it's not the character itself of Grayson Waller that sucks. It's just the fact that he's a heel. He's an Aussie heel, and Americans definitely aren't going to like him.
I just think that if you're going to reveal another mask guy or something, I mean, it's kind of like revealing Austin Theory as the first mask guy. Really, do you get excited about Austin Theory or Grayson Waller? No. Who's in the box?
What's that?
Who's in the box?
Jericho.
I thought you were going to say Jake Paul.
God, I hope it's not Jericho. He's too friggin' old.
But it just feels like a Chris Jericho thing to do.
Look, he's got to come back and have his retirement tour and lose to Gunther in his last
Exactly.
match.
Yeah.
Actually, what I want to I love it. Did you see Monday night? He lost the triple threat.
Yeah.
Your boy is bouncy. Won that match.
And Gunther did not take the pin. So I'll give him that. They didn't like hurt him or anything like that. But Javon Evans, you know him in the Elimination Chamber. There's something good that's gonna happen.
Oh,
He might jump from the top rope right up to the top of the pod and then do a cutter from up.
Maybe so. It'd be interesting to see how that goes.
I still think the one he did the other night, Randy Orton was looking at it on replay going, damn, that was good.
It was phenomenal.
So the Olympics, have you all seen the story about the Olympic ski jumpers?
Which one?
So there's a controversy with the Olympic ski jumpers. They are allegedly injecting filler into their genital area to improve the aerodynamics while skiing.
Yeah, I have
If there's
I've
more
seen this.
bulk, doesn't that slow you down?
That's what I was thinking. Like how unless it just like acts like a wing. Like I'm not too sure.
What a visual.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Audio listeners, that was for you as well.
Yeah. So, WTF right there all the way. Yeah.
I mean, I'm just curious if it works. Like, I don't even know how that'd be considered cheating. Because you know what? If you're willing to go through that, okay, cool.
What all I'm saying is at least they're doing it in the ski jumps and not the two-man luge. Have you all seen those?
Those are insane.
They do that with a two-man luge. That guy at the bottom is saying, hey.
Yeah. It's like,
I can feel the tip.
how do you practice that too? Like, how do you you know what? I'm going to be in the Olympics. I'm going to be in the two-man luge. Like, who sits there and thinks of that? Like, let's go practice run right now. Let's go out here right now and practice this.
Not even that.
How do you know you're good
You
at
know
that?
what? It's like, who says this is what I want to do? I'm going to do this for 20 years. How young are you when you start practicing a two-man luge? And who do you practice with? I think these are very important questions
These
that
are very
no one seems to want to answer.
Yeah, I don't blame it. I don't know if I even want to know the answers to these questions, to be honest with you.
I mean, are there two-man luge coaches? And are they the ones practicing? Because if so, we might want to start looking into that and
Very well, Mike.
investigate.
I don't understand the point of the other man on the luge. Like, what's wrong with the one-man luge? Like, come on.
Yeah, can't we just like solo luge?
Yeah, seems a lot better. But so there was a woman in Beijing that filed a lawsuit against the Sun for getting a sunburn. She's seeking $1 million in damages.
How's the sun pay?
I don't know. How would the Sun pay? Who's paying for that? Who's the lawyer? It's like, you know what? When you take this to court, you've got a case.
And who represents the Sun? When you go to court, both parties have to show up.
Well, the Sun,
Unless-
if the Sun pops out, I guess it's there, right? You've got to do an outside court. I don't know.
But also, I guess like if the Sun doesn't show up, the plaintiff automatically wins. So then you roll back to who pays this? Is this going to be from taxpayer money? Is the government going to pay her?
The
Sun's
government ain't responsible for the sun.
Yeah, Sun's a part of the solar system. That's not even in this
Hey.
planet.
Are we sure about that? The government controls night and day. Didn't you guys know that?
Well, speaking of government here, now we're not getting
Oh,
political when we mention this.
God.
We're not getting political when we mention this, okay? No politics are going on here, but Barack Obama revealed that we have aliens on Earth. Guys, what do you all think about the prospect that we have artificial intelligent life, whatever it is, whatever you call it? We have aliens. We got aliens, guys. What do you think about that?
Many retards on this planet, I figured they'd just stay the hell away.
Maybe so.
Because there is intelligent life on this planet. There's just not nearly enough. When the average IQ is then dragged down to the IQ of a friggin' house plant.
Well, but everybody that gets abducted by aliens are, maybe not the brightest. So maybe they're doing studies on why these people are so dumb.
Second cut from me tonight. Wow. I mean, it wouldn't surprise me if we have aliens, though. I know it's called intelligent life forms. I think a lot of the people around are aliens, but there is certainly no intelligence. So I think that word can get thrown right out from the word aliens, and I think it's just alien life forms.
I think if they figured a way to travel here, they're more intelligent than we are.
So
I think if they figured out a way to travel here, they'd want to leave.
You all think that? I mean, this is a former president saying this. Do you guys believe that there actually is an intelligent life form here on Earth from somewhere else?
I can't disprove it.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I've thought that, like, one of my biggest conspiracy theories has always been that aliens are real and they're on Earth. So even before Mr. Obama came out and said that, like, I totally believe it. What do you think they're doing at Area?
Well, he said they're not at Area 51, apparently, according to that podcast.
But did he say where they are?
No, he did not. They're under the Denver airport.
They are 70% of the population that shops at Walmart.
So, yeah, I don't think it's like, little green men and stuff. But, I mean, if he's saying that, there's got to be something to it.
That's also another thing. Like, what do we think aliens look like? Because we always see it, like, in cartoons. There are these little green guys. If you watch a horror movie, there are these, the Predator type of aliens. Yeah. We don't really know what an alien looks like. So
if you watch Marvel, they look like Thor.
Yeah.
Yeah. True.
And Gamora and Thanos.
What? Now, this is probably an odd question to ask, but what color do we think aliens are? Is there one color, or are there multiple races of aliens?
There's got to be multiple races, right? I mean, that's the way it is here. You think it'd be the same thing on a different planet, right?
I mean, maybe. I don't know how the science works.
Me either. Maybe we'll find out one day.
That'd be awesome.
Maybe we're all ascended from aliens from other planets, and that's why we're all mixed.
Like how was it Pluto is like a blue planet, or sorry, a dwarf. So like their aliens are blue. Mars is a red planet, so they're red, and then they kind of just like intermingle with each other.
What else can we do here now? I feel like this is probably, that's all I had for the WTF moments. Before we get going out of here, I would like to introduce our new sponsor we have on this podcast. It is Deutsch Foods. Go to deutschfoods.com, use our promo code Yellen, and save 10% at checkout, or use the link in description. Deutsch Foods, it's a cookie dough.
Cookies.
I have one that came in this week. Going to unbox her right here. You've got chocolate chip, which is what I ordered right here. Chocolate chip. You can't see it. You can see it. There it is. It's I think these are like $7.99 on the website.
Yeah. It was like rather.
Yeah, 6 ounces right here. You can eat it straight out of the tube here, or you can bake you some cookies with it. It's got 80 calories in one cookie. The carbs, 9 carbs.
I'd eat the whole tube.
Yeah. So.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna try it out here in just a second and let you know how it is. Tell us about the flavors there, Gage.
Yeah. So with the flavors, obviously the chocolate chip one that you had pulled up. We also got QT fudge brownie. WTF fudge brownie.
What the fudge brownie?
Fudge?
Yeah.
We got a flavor that Gordon might have to rename. It's a basic one. We'll just call it that.
Basic batch, I think is what it is. Basic batch.
See, I was thinking basic botch, but that's why I wasn't really too sure.
Yeah.
There's a hashtag in between the B and the T, so just make it however you want.
They got a peanut butter cookie one?
They have birthday cake is the newest one.
And I see this one right here, peppermint batty. I love peppermint. So
my favorite is peanut butter cookies.
Never know, they might come out with a peanut butter.
And I like oatmeal cookies.
And also, if you And if you buy 2, you get 1 free.
Yeah.
And I like no-bake cookies.
No-bake cookies are
Oh
fine.
my God.
So give back and do good with Deutsch. So I just took the seal off here. Gonna open
also-
this up right here.
Well, it's got
That could
20% less carbs, 50% less sugar, 3 times the protein.
They
That's what we
should
look-
sponsor the NFL Kickers Kickoff.
Yeah. Free from the top 8 allergens, gluten-free, plant-based, low sugar. Let's see how we are here. I'm gonna get me a spoonful here. All right.
You bake those, right?
You can bake them. You can eat them right out of the thing. That's good.
See, I'm just so afraid to get one because I know I'm just gonna take it to work with me, and the entire thing will be gone.
Oh man, that's really good.
I'll make me a whole bunch of cookies and throw them in a bag and just take them to work with me and just eat them all day. But
This
I'd
is-
have to buy 4 a week.
It's still what's that, $32 in cookie dough, and it's buy 2 get 1 free, so
Mhm.
even less than that.
So I
Save
can have
10%
2 weeks worth.
Yeah,
Yep.
save 10% with our promo code Yellen.
Yeah.
That's
And
really good.
And while Brent's munching down on the cookie dough over there, got one more segment. We did it last week, continuing the predictions. It is, I still don't know the name of it, but I'm going to call it the teams we know nothing about predictions. So last week, the game that we predicted was the Chatham men's basketball over the Geneva Golden Tornadoes. The spread was 5.5. Chatham pulled out the win, 89-71. So they covered the
Woo.
spread. We all went 1-0 in that. And the big one that was kind of like big news, I guess you would say, going into that game. I mentioned the guy that I still don't know if he's related to me or not, Joshua Berdovich, the leading scorer. He didn't play at all in that game. So something tells me he was hurt. And if I had known that, the spread would have been higher than 5. So coming into this, we're actually going to go down to Tennessee and go to some college baseball action. So for the game, we're going to go down to Millington, Tennessee at the USA Sports Complex. This game is happening Saturday. There's actually 4 games happening there this weekend, but this one is the first game on Saturday at 1 p.m. It is the University of Northwestern Ohio, the UNOH Racers, going against the Hiram. What the hell?
This is why this segment is called
Teams we
that.
know nothing about.
Yeah.
Actually, sorry. It is not against Hiram of Ohio. I was wrong. It is against Mission College. No idea what their mascot is. It looks like a Patriot. Don't know if they're the Mission Patriots. Mountaineers made.
Minuteman. Yeah.
But the UNOH Racers come into this game 1-6 on the season, losing their last 2 games. And Mission, a little bit better, 7-6. They're on a 1-game losing streak. They are 2-2 away, 5-4 at neutral sites. This is going to be played at a neutral site, so maybe they got the advantage there. For UNOH, their top hitter, wise, looks like it is number 7, Eric Brown. He has 14 at bats this season, so I don't know if you really want to count it, but he's batting 357. Next to that is a guy batting 280. Number 1, Eliomar Otero. He has 25 at bats, more of a sample size. Pitching wise, didn't even look it up before we started this, so we're just going right into it. The team as a whole, not very good. They got a 7.35 ERA.
Pick to upset the Dogs.
You don't even know what the spread is yet. You know nothing about Michigan. Granted, neither do I.
Look, wait, who's
Well,
the dogs?
When you only got 1 win on the season, you're definitely the underdogs.
Who's the dogs in this one?
The University of
Okay.
Northwestern
Well-
Ohio.
Look, when it's a battle of Ohio and Mission, I know he's taking Ohio, right? I mean, the big rivalry there, Ohio State, Michigan. So Mission sounds like it.
Well, to be fair, Michigan is in Missouri, so I don't know if that changes that. But looking over at Mission, their top hitter, batting better, 359, 39 at bats, and the hitter right below him, 356 and 45 at bats.
Have
You know-
a bounce back game.
I think it is their mission to go out and win this game. I'm going to go with the favorites here, Mission. I think that they continue their streak and they get up to 8-6 here. And Northwest Ohio State University of Youngstown falls once again.
Yeah, and
Youngstown, Columbus to Cincinnati. Yeah.
and the spread for this game too is going to be in favor of Mission. I'm going to set the line at 6.5 runs
Hmm.
for a spread.
I think the Ohio team will cover the spread though.
Okay. Gordo, what do you got?
Oh, I got the dogs.
Where's this game at? Neutral site. Oh, okay.
Yeah, neutral site. We're down in Tennessee.
Would have been a perfect time, Gordon, to pull it out, but no road.
Technically, they are. They're on the road.
Yeah, true.
The neutral dog. Yeah. But I'm gonna roll with favorites here. Give me Mission, and I'm gonna take them to cover. They're gonna cover that 6.5 run.
I just want to be different today.
Fair? Hey, it doesn't hurt to be different.
Hey, you're on that island by yourself. Sometimes those islands are better than other islands that you could be on by yourself. And with that, that'll do it for us here, guys, unless you have anything else you want to add to the end of this here podcast.
Nope.
In some islands, not to be named, is better to be by yourself than with other people.
That's and that'll do it for us here. And we'll catch you all next week.